Hello. Last week we started talking about the home improvement goal of removing apathy and the home improvement tool of cultivating love. This week we're going to talk about those action plans to get this in action in your homes. And that first step is always drawing up the plan. Now, love is going to become more effective in our families when we understand the primary love language of our children and spouse. So I hope you had a chance to go back and check out some of those videos on the 5 love languages, and maybe even possibly have taken the love language quizzes. If you haven't done that, you can go to 5lovelanguages.com and there's quizzes for the entire family. And after you've done this, you can have some family time and share your preferred love language with each other and start talking about it. And also, I want to encourage you to remember that there's more characteristics of love than just the 5 love languages in the love language book, although I think those are fantastic and they help. But 1 Corinthians 13 helps us to see more character qualities of love, being patient and kind and not easily angered. So I really encourage you to read that scripture as a family. And again, use that as your blueprint for increasing love in your homes. So after you drop the plans, parents, this is the big step we talk about each time, and that's the do-it-yourself step. This is where, as parents, we need to model and really step up our efforts in prioritizing and being intentional in loving, giving, and receiving love in our families. And the big question I have for you to ask yourself this week is, how will you stop taking your family for granted, and how will you start loving them more? Those are the big questions for us this week. And again, I suggest you start with those 5 love languages. They help you to give, receive, and recognize love more in your homes. So seeing you in action will hopefully motivate the rest of your family to also take these same steps in loving each other more. Next is that all-in budget, getting your family all in this home improvement goal. So start with that conversation with your family. There are 2 questions that the author suggests that you ask each family member, and that is, how do you know I love you? And the second one being, when most recently did you feel like I was loving toward you? So you get to ask each other this question, but there's a rule. You cannot dispute the answers that others give. You need to respect each other and accept the answer that they give, because disputing the answers is only going to build more apathy and make things even more difficult. Continue to talk and observe how your family members are interacting. And remember, there's going to be times that we fail, or we're not able to, or we can't fill each other's love tanks and meet those needs that they have. But we can certainly do a better job than we've been doing. We can all do a better job in intentionally loving our families. Okay, next is the sweat equity. That's that hard work. It's the demo day, the day you tear down the walls of apathy, and the tool here is love. So have fun. Have fun with your family, tearing down these walls of apathy. Watch for signs of apathy and guard against it so you can encourage each other. Know and speak those 5 love languages with each other. Notice when you see love, that giving and receiving of love in those 5 love languages, and help and appreciate and encourage each other in that. Be assertive and persistent in love. Remember, it's not a quick overnight fix. And always consider 1 Corinthians 13 as your go-to blueprint for what real love is, what the godly kind of love is that God calls us to love. Now, next is that big reveal, the final action step in the plan. And there's something here that you need to consider, and that is that the pursuit of love, the cultivating of love in your home, is an ongoing project. It's not something you just do overnight or over a week and it's done. It's ongoing. So you keep working at this as a family. But imagine how you might see and appreciate each other differently when you tear down those walls of apathy and you make that space for love, and that I don't care attitude is gone, and you start to care and love for each other in new and greater ways. You're not taking each other for granted. How will you love and care for your family when those walls of apathy are down? Now, I know some of us we're working on different levels, but we can all love our families more. So I encourage you, check out those 5 love languages, abolish those walls of apathy, and cultivate love in your homes, and watch your family blossom. Until next week, I'll see you. Have a great week, everyone.